Clinical placements are critical in midwifery education because a lot of the course revolves around the students applying the knowledge they've got in a didactic manner. So they've learned their anatomy, they've learned their health and safety, they've learned their midwifery techniques, but then they've got to apply it.
She comes into the primary birthing unit in advanced labour, and the student is the one that has to deal with that situation. Just gives the students a real opportunity to practice how they are going to be as midwives.
And that's why student midwives spend so much time either tertiary or primary birthing environments, so that they can put into practice what they've learned in the university. Virtual reality simulation for midwifery addresses a lot of those clinical placement issues. Not enough women are giving birth for midwives to see. Certainly in New Zealand, every midwife who's training needs to see 50 births. I think 50 means nothing. It could be that you've seen 12 really good ones and you've been involved and you've asked sensible questions, or you've seen 60 and you've stood at the back fairly unengaged. So what we've seen is that midwifery education doesn't have enough space for all the students to go out into the community and look after mums. Now the students can go into a virtual reality learning environment. They have their own mum. They go through, the mother enters the birthing unit in reasonably advanced labour, and then they actually take the mum all the way through her birthing process until the baby's breastfeeding skin to skin at the end, and that's the simulation finished. So what this means is that students can do this in their own time. They can do it as often as they want. They could practice a certain part of the delivery that they want to. For example, they want to go into stage 2 of labour and just do that. They don't put a woman at a sort of an unethical unease. You know, if there is someone who doesn't really want to be watched giving birth, why does she need to have 5 students in the room watching, more if there's any complications? So it just makes it into a safe for everybody. And I don't just mean physically safe, I mean sort of emotionally safe area for everybody. For a university or a college starting virtual reality simulation for the first time, there are a few hurdles. You've got to get the equipment, got to get the hardware. That's very easy now. But there's actually the main hurdle, and it shouldn't be a hurdle because educators are usually very forward thinking, is just we're going to be doing this in a new environment. We're going to be doing this in a new way. And the educators need to sort of think, well, I know we've taught with physical simulation like the bony pelvises. We've used various mannequins to do simulation, and now we're going into virtual reality. From a learning point of view, it's been shown that students, especially the younger students, you know, the digital learners, they're digital natives, they learn much better in a virtual reality environment when combined with some hours in physical simulation. So I think there are hurdles, but I think they can be easily overcome, and that's kind of what we do. We spend a lot of time hand-holding with new customers, so we just make sure it all goes really smoothly. The teachers do need to have a modern way of thinking about education.
It was amazing. It feels so real being in there, and it's just so cool that we can actually do that.
So the long-term role for midwifery education with virtual reality is that students can do this at home, students can do this on campus, students can gen up on a couple of different areas before they go out into a clinical block, to the point where they're comfortable, they know what to do. And there's a lot of evidence, not in midwifery, but in a lot of other healthcare areas and allied health areas, that when students are presented with more ways to learn, they will learn more. And it sounds like a soundbite, it kind of is. The evidence that I've read is compelling. to show that, you know, these students are now calling out for virtual reality, immersive environments to help them learn.
When I see one of the first year students in it for the first time going, oh my goodness, that's amazing, is this what it's like? And that spark and that energy, that's when I see, yeah, this is a good thing to have been part of.
For better education.